This is Behemshech, Ba'ashgacha Pratis, to the last words of the previous Maimer, where the Rabbi says that all Avodah has to be Bepnimius. So they once asked the Rashbats, you know what the Rashbats is? Yeah, everybody read his story. I think they wrote it even in the hair. And it's translated, certainly. One of the greatest Chassidim throughout the generations and teacher of the Friedrich Rebbe. So they once asked him, how is it that those who worshipped Pa'ir were able to do such disgusting acts? Pa'ir basically is to defecate before their God, expose themselves and defecate. This is Avodah Zarah, and this was so tempting that Yidden were seduced. And the Chazal speak about the attraction of Pa'ir and so on. So, as they say here, he answered Nusach Aleph, with Nusach two Nuschos. His first Nusach he answered was, in the beginning, they did everything in front of the Avodah Zarah, their business, food and drink, etc. So that's what it was at the outset of this worship of Pa'ir. I'm just translating. Then, Iskalkulu, I don't know what he means. I'll tell you a second, Nusach. That's the one I heard, and this you may have heard also. In the beginning, what it is was they would they would work themselves to such a state of frenzy that they lost control of their bodily functions. So it was just the final consequence of really an incredible, emotional, wild experience, so much so that you follow. Now the next generation, the kids are watching this. They're watching. So what do they see? They see all the gestures, v'chulu, and they see the end. That's what happens. So what are they left with? They can't bring themselves to this state of experience. You did this hadoiris. So all they're left with is the final external defecation. But really, for the earlier generations, they weren't even aware they were doing it. They weren't aware that it was happening. And the later generations, that became the Avodah Zarah. So what he meant by that was, l'chura, is, I'm pausing because we have to speak positively, v'chulu, but it seems you're saying like this, certainly in our generations even more so. Amalek Chassidim, they daven, then they daven in such a way, there were a lot of gestures and so on. No, it's not like now I have to kvetch and do this and that. They wonder where they were doing it. It's just be spileless, certainly. But then the kids are watching the next generation. That's davening. So all the mimicking, all of just the externalities of it, and it's a mockery. It's a mockery of what this really is. It's only valuable if you're not aware that you're doing it. If it's kvetching and so on, and the whole seder, then it becomes distasteful. I'm just going to add that I'm just watching the other day, said, Lubavitch, where does this come in? So a kid is singing, and they taught the king, raise your hands when you sing. No. What is this business? It's obviously that they told the child. So you see in other places, you kvetch, you furrow your eyebrows, and you raise your hands, Hashem. It's so distasteful. It's so distasteful. Just by the way, since I'm talking, I don't care if it's on. It was an Ami magazine. There's this new, not so new singer, Moti Leibovich, I think his name is. He grew up in Satmar, a very popular singer. He's interviewed. It's the front page of Ami magazine. We get Ami magazine. So it's a long interview, and he's asked about his inspiration. He says Chabad Chassidus. He loves Chabad Chassidus, and it's like 4 good paragraphs as he explains further and talks about different nigunim. And he says he can't sing them really for people because it's not what's selling immediately. And the guy makes the point before that. He says, you're an unusual singer. You don't make gestures. You don't furrow your eyebrows, and even in your voice you sing. And he says, well, because just let the song sing, not me. It's refreshing to see this guy sing without the whole hispilus. So anyway, it's all a lesson for us also. As Chassidim, Pnimius, they're certainly in Yonim Chitzonium, so if they come spontaneously, not aware of it, they could, fine. But this is what you're supposed to do, then we lost it all. A wonderful day, everybody.